Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Finally, Bitcoin has made history. Today we closed the monthly candle, so this is the second biggest monthly candle in the history of Bitcoin. It looks like a giant blue fat candle that has closed right now. I'm going to show you now on the monthly. And today we're going to be discussing what can be happening in the next few weeks with the cryptocurrency markets. And so to just give you some informed decision on how to navigate the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and all the other altcoins as well. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button for more notification. But straight away, guys, I want to show you on the monthly the candle of Bitcoin. I mean, looks incredible. This is the February candle over here. So we went from roughly $42,000 to $61,500. We closed over here, and now it seems like Bitcoin it wants to get even higher than this. But now we're gonna understand and see how high we could go to in the next few months. Straight away, I want to show you this incredible chart that I, of course, designed myself, and I'm gonna go on the 3-month chart to show you what's happening right now with Bitcoin. And it is my opinion, guys, that looking at this 3-month chart, look what happened from here since July 2019, or even before the October 2018, we reached the bottom of Bitcoin, and I believe, guys, we're still in this what we call a super trend. So the super trend is this huge trend that usually can play out and can continue for several years. And I think that Bitcoin is still into this trend over here and is forming what we call the ABCD pattern. So we got A over here, then we got B over here. Usually B equals C, C equals D. So if Bitcoin is going to, I guess, do the same thing as it has done for A to B, and then it's going to be the same length as C to B, and also we can have a look at the RSI. It's going to top the same level of the RSI. Our next target, which could be coming as early as the 1st of April, if not the 1st of May, so usually around halving time, the target is going to be roughly at $83,000 to $84,000. So I guess that's what I think that Bitcoin could go in a short-term time. Like in a short term, I'm talking about as a mid-term top. So I'm going to show you even more like with the naked chart over here. So that could be the expectation that by May or July, because of this inflow of the ETF, we might see the price of Bitcoin reaching maybe $84,000. So we might go up to here, and then what we might see up to that point in time, maybe around the July, September, a pullback at the $48,000 level, and then finally to push to a very high, like a new all-time high above $100,000. I want to show you also my model. This is a model that I designed myself, which I show to everybody even in the last video, of Bitcoin reaching roughly again $84,000 as per prediction for the 3 months as well. And you can look like over here that we are in a sort of a parabolic move, and this parabolic move could actually continue. But of course, we need to be mindful of a short-term correction from maybe now on the 1st of March to, let's say, until mid-March to the end of March. So what I could be expecting will be a little bit of a sell-off from here at 61,500, maybe back to this level over here at $55,000 to $57,000 per Bitcoin, only because the narrative of the halving is coming actually very soon. So in general, institutions tend to anticipate the halving event buying before, because as you know, the narrative right now that everybody's saying the halving. So what I could be expecting will be a sell-off to make people scared that we're going to go down again, buy back at 55,000, and then ramp it higher and probably reach a target, a short-term top, a new all-time high at $84,000, and as I said before, by maybe April to May 2024. But let's have a look more in depth right now what is happening with the correction. So what the reason why I'm saying like we might see a correction in the next week or two is the fact that I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna change my time frame. Let's go on the daily so we can examine the situation in a much better way. So number one, guys, looks like, you know, the Bitcoin, what could be forming from here? It could be a potential bull flag. So bull flag is a typical pattern that is going to go down, forming like a series of lower lows and higher lows in this time frame over here. And we could be actually retesting this level of exponential moving average. So the first level I'm thinking is probably 57,000. If we're going to break 57,000, we could actually go down to the next level of support, which could be around 53 to 54,000 dollars. But rest assured that I believe Bitcoin is actually like into an uptrend. I think it's going to be a shallow correction. I'm not expecting a doomsday scenario like some people think. And also what I'm going to see as well is we can actually calculate our diagonal level of support from here. So we can take one level of support around this area, so by the 17th of March reaching $53,000, or we could also see this level of support from here to here, which can bring us a target of roughly 54 to 57,000 around here by the 6th or the 7th of March. So that's probably going to be my two areas of interest that I think Bitcoin could actually fall to. So it could be maybe a 53, 54 by the 17th to the 20th of March, so from now until maybe for the next 1 to 2 weeks, or even maybe down to here to form a bull flag at around $55,000 to $56,000 by the 7th of March. So of course, if you're going to drop even lower than that, then the next target could be around this area here. There's going to be a very strong area of support at around between $42,000 and $46,000. But for now on, I'm really expecting just a shallow correction at around, I would say, in between $57,000 to $54,000. And if that happens, of course, I'm probably going to load up the truck and buy more. I'm going to go now on the 4-hour chart to understand what's going on over here more like in a short-term time frame. And there is something quite interesting that can actually suggest that Bitcoin could actually be forming a bull flag. And you can see we already broken down now these levels over here of the exponential moving average, right? So we broke this level here, is now trying to climb back. Bitcoin is trying to climb back around this area at 61,450, and looks like, you know, the RSI is still overbought, and I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to reset all this chart over here and then go back into this area, maybe at let's say 57 or 56,000. But I would say to look at this chart over here, the first area I can think about probably could be at the probably $57,000. What we can do as well from here will be to have a look at the Fibonacci retracement to see after this big impulse how much we could retrace to understand when it's going to be the right time to buy. And as a general standard rule, when we utilize our Fibonacci retracement in general, what we have to have a look at it's the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement. So in general, I can see Bitcoin retracing in general down to this area over here, in between the 0.5 to the 0.618, which is in between $57,000 and $56,000. So if I had to guess, I could be expecting a scenario of Bitcoin playing up this way. So we could see something like that. I'm going to draw my lines over here. So Bitcoin could be forming a bull flag. So until the 7th or 8th of March, then we're going to form a series of higher high and also higher lows. So to go down this way, then potentially retest this in between the 0.5 to the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, and then of course break to the upside and then to continue to trend higher. So that could be my expectation to open a long position. So at the moment I'm still quite invested, but also what we can try to do to understand to find like a proper area of support could be also to calculate our diagonal level of support from here. So we can put a line here, calculate it, then again we can go down all the way down to here, okay, and then try to go, sorry, I made a mistake, so from here to here, and then we can see in this area, draw another Fibonacci and see there is any area of confluence. And it's quite interesting if you have a look at this, that by the 10th of March, Bitcoin could be retouching the 0.618 Fibonacci. So again, we could actually calculate, and we could see something like that, like kind of like a bull flag, but almost like an ABCD pattern. And if this is gonna occur, guys, that's what I could be expecting. So ABCD pattern I showed you before in the 3-month chart, but what you can see from here, I'm trying to have a look at the shape over here. I can't find it, but doesn't matter. So I'm going to show you this way. So I'm going to have A to B, and then B to C, and then C to B, which is going to go here. And if I actually calculate the exact target from here to here, then it's bringing me to a level of roughly $72,000 per Bitcoin, which is a little bit above the previous all-time high. So if this scenario is about to occur, then we could see a price of Bitcoin reaching $72,000, maybe in between 69 and 72,000, very, very soon before the halving. So the next one, and of course after this, what we could be seeing maybe a little bit of a consolidation down to the 67, 68,000, and then push another impulse maybe just before the halving at $83,000 to $84,000, like in this case over here. I want to show like also more short term to the 1 hour chart to show you that's a correction by me coming as well. So I'm going to go and zoom in a little bit. And as you can see from here on the 1 hour chart, Bitcoin looks almost that is forming a head and shoulder. So we have I'll show you from here. We have a shoulder over here, like that. We have another shoulder over here, and then we could be forming another shoulder over here. So this is called head and shoulder. And the way we can actually calculate how low we could go to, that could be that we need to calculate the height of the head compared to the neckline, bring it down this way. So it can bring us exactly, I'm going to show you actually from here so you can see better. If this is gonna be like a proper head and shoulder, the target is going to be roughly around here, which is our 200-day moving average, which goes to the $56,000 as the way we were saying before. And again, we can see on the Fibonacci retracement as well how low it could go from here, and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement corresponds exactly to the head and shoulder, which correspond exactly to the 200-day moving average. So if I had to make a guess, guys, what I think is going to be happening right now is the following. So we're going to see this head and shoulder playing out, is going to go down, and then it's going to touch this level over here in probably the next 1 to 2 weeks. And even from here, you can see that Bitcoin is almost forming almost like a bear flag from here. We have a pole over here, then we have a flag in this case over here, and if this is going to actually play out very similar to the head and shoulder. So we're going to go from here to here, put it this way, connect the dots, and sorry for the I made a mistake, but it could bring us exactly down to here. Because remember that, yeah, of course the 200 moving average is a little bit lower, but once it's going to pass, with more time, it's going to go and raise in value. So it's probably going to touch around this area here. So by, let's say, I don't think it's going to happen straight away, but it might take maybe, more time. It might break the head and shoulder here, retest this area, and then go down. But by, let's say, next week, we should definitely have an answer. So to summarize everything again, guys, it looks like that Bitcoin is having a little bit of a selling pressure at the moment. So I'm expecting for the next 1 to 2 weeks to go down in between $55,000 to $57,000. And but looking at the 3-month chart, looking at the weekly chart and the monthly chart, looks incredibly bullish. The ETF is putting so much pressure, so much inflow. Institutions are actually buying. Also, in terms of Google Trends, Bitcoin still hasn't been researched, which means that retail is not here. And I believe that in the next 2 to 3 weeks or months, we are going to be able to break all-time high and then lock in a short-term profit at short-term top at around $83,000 to $84,000, which then if it consolidated around that area, then we could see like a mini alt season coming through where the altcoins are going to literally explode to the upside. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you to actually be able to understand what's going to happen in the future. As I say all the time, this is not financial advice. This is my ideas that I developed with my techniques. So take your advice, do whatever you want to do yourself. I'm not here to provide any financial advice, but for the rest, I hope you're going to have a great weekend, and I'm going to see you in the next video.